All right, being black is high maintenance. That's right. That's how I feel about being black. Okay. I like to call myself. I'm not a black man. Okay. I'm not a black man. Hear me out. My skin color is black, but me, Ray Marco, is not black. Okay. You with me? I bet you're not, especially you black people. Unfortunately, in my years of living as a black person, there's I've noticed something. There are requirements to being black. Like, firstly, you must have the skin color. Very important. Secondly, you must love the culture. Thirdly, you must practice the culture. Fourth, whatever. You must, I don't know, preach it and stuff like that, act it or whatever, love it, it's a whole bunch of lists and stuff like that. And me, I don't do any of that, okay? I don't do any of that. In my experience, it's been even admitted to a member of my childhood family, modern family, that basically having black skin color is not enough of being black. You must acknowledge your skin color. You must acknowledge your culture. You must acknowledge living it. You should want to live and stuff like that. Just because that's your skin color. That's because that's your people. Just because we've been through slavery and stuff like that. Now we're free. We can preach our culture. We can live our culture. You should be wanting to do that. No, I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want to live my culture. I don't care if slavery was even still here. Now I know I just said something super controversial. I know. Okay. I would rather be dead than be in slavery. Okay. Even if I was a slave, all I have to do is run far enough from the field. Boom, I'm dead. I'm with the Lord now. I don't got to deal with it. Oh no, what they're gonna do is they're gonna catch you, they're gonna beat you up, they're gonna torture you, they're gonna make sure you tortured. That's okay. All I have to do is simply keep pissing off the slave master. If I piss him off enough, I'm getting hanged. Hang straight from the tree. One of these trees. Oh my gosh. Like, I really don't care about my stupid skin color. I love, the culture, black people have created and stuff like that. Africans and American black people, whatever. Like, it's nice for what it is or whatever. That's cool. And specifically the African culture, it's all cool. It's nice. It's beautiful and stuff like that. But the idea that I am supposed, or quote unquote, should want to participate in that kind of lifestyle, in that kind of culture, in tribes, doings or activities or whatever, just because of my stupid skin color, that's why I crossed the line. I hate that. I will say I was more identifying as a black man back in the day, like 2018 and under, more maybe 2019 and under, but I was more identifying as a black man at the time. But now, I'm not a black man. Wait until you get pulled over by the police. Wait until a pig come pull you over. Firstly, if that was to ever happen, if I sit there, if I do what I'm told, for the most part, if as long as I know my rights and stuff like that, it should go well. Okay, it should turn out well. That don't mean nothing. You could be have your hands on the steering wheel and then the cops shoot you. Yes, that's true. Well, like I said, I'm not worried about dying. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not saying I'm here to tempt death. No, I'm not here. I'm not here to tempt death. Okay, I'm not gonna challenge God or whatever, or challenge death or whatever. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. I'm just saying, like, this racist stuff is not in my biggest concern. It's a concern. Don't get me wrong, especially if I'm going to a state like Alabama or something like that. But I'm just not that interested in this whole black society lifestyle, whatever. Like, the fact that my both of my modern parents and everyone in my modern family, my modern parents and modern siblings over here telling me, you're a black man, Ray. You should want to praise your culture more. Like, I just really hate that concept. I just gotta say it. Black culture, whatever it is, it's just not that interesting. Whatever black culture is, it's not interesting. Let me tell you what I think about black culture is. Black culture in America specifically is rap, R&B, I guess celebrating black excellence or whatever, black success or whatever, having more black money, black schools, black education, black wealth, black love, all that stuff. That's what I think being black is or whatever. And I guess always fighting against white supremacy and stuff like that, against white, racism or whatever. Like that, if that's what being black is, then I don't want to do that. I don't want to, and I'm not even interested. This, like I said, the whole rap culture and the R&B and stuff like that, and all this protesting and stuff like that, this black activist pro-black junk or whatever, it's boring. I'm sorry, it's not interesting. All right, you'll meet your owner. That's one comment I've seen on there. You'll meet your owner. You the white man's I don't know, Negro or whatever. I hate saying the N-word, but if I do say the N-word, I usually say like Negro or something like that. That's the only N-word I can say, with less whatever. I hate saying ig and stuff like that, like hard R and I don't like saying it, but Negro's the best way I can say it. Why? Because negro, Spanish, negro, black. Yeah, and then on top of that, I'm expected to, if being black is expected of having swag or whatever, I'm just, like I said, I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. Whatever black culture is in America, I'm not interested. That goes for African stuff too. Whatever African cultures, in fact, there's more than one African culture. Considering we have all these tribes and everything, all these African tribes, trying to figure out what tribe I'm from, I mean, yeah, it'll be cool just to know, just for the concept. I can use it for creative purposes or whatever. But whatever tribe I'm in, we have that culture. I'm pretty sure pretty sure one African tribe and another African tribe, they didn't like each other because they were doing certain things, probably different gods or whatever, false gods for that matter. They were, I'm pretty sure let's say Ugandans and Uganda, what's another one? And Nigerians, for an example. They're like they're both African people, but at the same time, they're different. I would assume they're different. Tribes of Africa. I don't know my history like that. I get that part. I get that. I'm very flawed in that arena, but I'm just saying, like, the whole idea that just because I have black skin color, I should want to go look at my ancestors, whatever. If I'm going to look at my ancestors and figure out who my ancestors are, rather they was a slave master or a slave, I want to know the reason why. I want to know the reason why, like I want to know the whole origin story to why I am the way I am, okay? The way I am has nothing to do with my stupid skin color. The way I am, my character is based off what God put in me default and what I've observed in my 24 years of life, everything I've learned and everything, and my own personality and stuff like that. That's it. That's who I am. I'm not a black man. I'm an American. I'm not an African. I'm an American, okay? I'm an American, okay? So yeah, if anything, if I'm going to identify as any kind of person, the best thing I can, if I'm going to identify by any kind of culture or race or whatever, just to entertain the idea of me identifying as something, it'll have to be my nationality. American. I'm an American, okay? I'm an American. I'm an American. You know, us Americans, we have a, a pretty interesting culture. I mean, it's based off Europe, but I think if my history is really, I'm not good at history. Okay, I need to study more often. But apparently, how America was founded, I guess the Queen at the time told Christopher Columbus to go to India to look for spices, but they found America instead and seen the Native Americans here, and then they said I guess they didn't want to go back to the Queen, back to Europe and Britain or whatever, goes back to the UK or whatever, because they were sick of the Queen giving them orders all day. So they just bailed, and then settled in the United States and stole the land of the Native Americans, United States and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, And there's a person walking by, Betty looking at me crazy. How you doing? Anyway, so yeah, so those Christopher Columbus people, they came down here, and I guess they got sick of the Queen back in the day, and decided to settle, steal the land of what you call it, of of early United States and stuff like that, 13 colonies and stuff like that. Expanded, brought Christianity down here, forced us to be Christians down here. Brought us Africans, African descents down here with us or whatever. Some of us barely surviving, and we being slaves from there, whatever. I think the only reason why us Africans, nope, I'm not gonna say that. That's gonna really offend somebody, even though I can really care less for the most part. Okay. That brings me down to my other point. Honestly, if we was gonna have all these problems, I would have rather stayed up in Africa. Okay. I would have rather stayed in Africa, but some asshole of my descendants, of my ancestors or whatever, some black African asshole decided to sell his own people. Look, I'm Bird. I'm sorry for swearing in front of you, Bird. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, some black stupid person. I know I'm talking to her. I'm crazy anyway. Some black stupid person, African person, ancestor decided to sell ourselves out for money and resources or whatever to the Europeans back in the day, the British and all that stuff. Some asshole. Okay, the bird not looking at me. I bet he is. I'm sorry. Some. And I'm expected to sit here and wear this black card, real proud and everything, black power and all that junk or whatever. I'm expected to live like that? No. Look, I'm embarrassed that my own people decided to sell ourselves out, and we're technically still doing that junk. I had to pause. The guy came back with the dog. So yeah, we still doing that junk. Over here killing each other over women up in the hood or whatever. We have thugs over here killing and robbing and killing, gang junk or whatever, over drugs and women, over poom. Like, it ain't that serious. Like, I've been raised in the ghetto for a little bit, okay? No, I wasn't. I lived in the ghetto for a little bit. My last year of high school, that's when I moved to a pretty ghetto neighborhood, a pretty thuggish neighborhood, whatever. Unfortunately, one of my biological parents is into that kind of lifestyle, and that was really, disheartening when I was, 18 years old. I mean, my biological father, okay, him and I, we real cool, we real cool, nothing wrong with our relationship. I call it a newfound love, okay? Me and my biological father, we cool, we love each other very much. I wanted to take him to Six Flags one of these days, but he was just real tired or whatever, or he wanted to hang out with his boys or whatever. But it's okay, Anyway, so I have a notepad. I need to write notes so I can, remember stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so oh my gosh, the thug and stuff like that. We over here killing each other, us black people and stuff like that. up in the hood. Like, and then we don't want to better ourselves. We want to keep blaming the white man for everything. Okay, the white man, yes, I get it. In the past, they enslaved us. They shouldn't have done that. They dehumanized us. They, our black women and ancestors or whatever, even us, for their own pleasure as well. House N-words and field N-words and stuff like that. I get it. Look, I understand the white man. The white man, they were really crappy people back in the day, okay? But now, especially with Abraham Lincoln, look, I don't know my history like that, okay? I only know the basics, okay? Especially with Abraham Lincoln abolishing slavery and stuff like that, who I think was a white man. I think he was. I don't know. Whoever he was, he abolished slavery, and because he saw us as humans, and every man is created equal, okay? So, and I stand by that culture of America. I stand by the Constitution, okay? For the most part. I don't really know all the Constitution. It's just I need to study, okay? And I'm over here saying this, and I'm getting flashbacks of when I was in seventh and 8th grade with my social studies teacher, the history teacher. He was always a real cool. He was strict, Mr. S. I'm gonna say his name, Mr. S. He was strict, but he was still real cool though. He was always joking around, whatever. He made the work real easy for us. Yeah, he's always say, Ray, you need to study. Always study. And I never really studied. I actually kind of feel bad in the study for that dude. He made the work very easy, yet I never studied. He made learning social studies real easy. I'm gonna have to check and see if I still have that old school work. I probably don't. But anyways, man, it's just crazy, the idea that, and knowing my own kind of personality, I have a very nerd-like personality, possibly autistic, because, of because I like trains and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, you don't understand the passion and the beauty of trains. Like, trains, they're like really cool things. Like they make sounds and make moves that cars don't. Like, they're really great. And that goes for roller coasters too, since they're similar like trains or whatever, but they're like lighter trains or whatever. They or whatever. Count how many times I say or whatever. Like if anybody in the hood found out that I like trains and watch Sonic and Ninjago and basically cartoons, animated stuff, and watching scientific stuff or whatever, like with the earth and everything, Bible theology. Oh, you corny ass N-word or whatever. I was called weird, by one of my black classmates back in high school because of my whole obsession with Sonic and stuff like that, and computers or whatever, and being mainly attracted to white women and stuff like that. And let's get with there with the interracial preference thing. The interracial thing is a huge no-no in the black community. Like, you are expected to be loyal to your people and your people alone. Because this is the way they see it. You raised in the hood. You bullied for being different, and now you grown up. You're successful. What's that dude named? Alfonso. That dude. He has a white wife, and his wife is very beautiful. And they over here, giving him a whole bunch of slack or whatever, just because he has a white wife. And his children are very beautiful. They're a very beautiful couple. I like them people. Then we got what's his name? Eddie Murphy. He has a white wife too and stuff like that. Interracial is it's a huge red. It's just a huge no in the black community. like specifically in the pro-black community. Like, it's just like, no. My family, we grew up kind of black, okay? We grew up kind of black. My family, my childhood family, we technically was a biracial family because because my childhood father, he is mixed with black and Puerto Rican. Black and Puerto Rican. My childhood mother is all black. My biological father is all black. All black. I'll say it that way, okay? It's all black, okay? And I had siblings who were black. Black / Puerto Rican. Basically, they're black people with light skin. Very light skinned black people. But they're not like very light skinned. You just had to see my siblings. If you stalk my pages or whatever, specifically my old channel, SydeLeaderRay, the RJA channel, if you watch one of the videos, I'm not gonna say which one because I'm not trying to, tell a whole bunch of information about, my personal life problems. You'll see my childhood father in the picture, okay? You'll see how he looks like, and all my siblings and stuff like that. My childhood family, they identify as black, which is cool. That's fine. But clearly, by their features, they are biracial. They're biracial, and they don't want to hear that. Look, you can identify as what you want, okay? But what you are is what you are, biologically speaking. Look, I may sound a little hypocritical, okay? I'm calling them biracial, and I'm not calling myself black, considering both of my biological parents are black. Look, I understand that it is a little hypocritical, but at the same time, I don't call, the only reason why I am not black is because because genetically speaking, I am not black. I am not black genetically speaking, because apparently one of my immediate childhood siblings, they took a DNA test. They found out that they are part Irish or whatever. I was always told he was part Irish. I think ginger or redhead or whatever. And apparently we got an Irish cousin sitting up there in Ireland or whatever place they live in. We have like a third cousin somewhere living. So that means if they're like 88% black and 11% white, my math might be wrong. You know what I'm trying to say. That means you're biracial. And it's evident in my skin color. That by me being lighter skin. On the lighter skin, I'm more like in the middle of light skin and, or whatever. People will call me caramel, but I don't like being called caramel, okay? I don't like being called food, okay? What time is it? I need to get inside the house. 3:57. What's this, Twitter? Okay, finally sent. I don't know why. Twitter's been acting up on my new phone recently. It's not loading pages and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, so that means likely my childhood sibling, who's also my biological sibling, likely I have that DNA too, because since we're related. So that means I'm biracial. I don't care if I'm 99% black and 1% white. I'm still biracial. I don't believe in genes canceling each other out. I only believe in genes weakening. Like, let's just use this for an example. If I poured, okay, what is this? This is some passion fruit juice, okay? Juice. We have water. If I pour water up in here, what would you call it? Obviously, it'll still taste like juice, but it tastes like diluted juice. But if you kept pouring and let's just say it was like a little amount up in here, okay? And then I put mostly water in it, and it looks like water, but you know very well. No, let's just say it was like at the small amount of juice up in here, okay? Very small amount of juice. And then I filled it all the way up with water, okay? Would you call that water juice? No. Would you call that water? No. It's mixed. I bet you will taste a very slinching of the juice up in here. I'm biracial, okay? If I'm going to identify as physically by anything, entertain the race thing, I'm biracial, okay? I don't care. I'm biracial. I do want to take a DNA test for myself, but at the same time, I don't want to give the government or whoever the people is my DNA. I don't want to, you know, I'm trying to stay off the grid as much as possible, even though I suck at that. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I had to get a little bit of, you know, genes and stuff like that, whatever. And then let's also entertain the interracial thing. They, you know, the black community hate the fact that Drake is with the white lady. No, Drake himself, he is biracial. His parents, I think, was black/white. So next thing you know, Drake is biracial, and now Drake, he's with a white lady, and then next thing you know, their son basically looks white. Now they call that baby white. Okay, by looks you may look white, but clearly that baby is biracial. That's the problem I have with most people. I want to say black people, because black people, the main people, was always talking about race, especially leftist, democratic, woke black people, pro-black people. They always see race, and I'm over here seeing interviews on the internet saying, we should always pay attention to race. It's always the Democrats talking about race. Always talking about race and stuff like that. I know I'm talking about race in this video. I get it. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a Republican. Okay? I literally voted for Trump last month or whatever. And I will vote for him again, okay? I accidentally turned the camera over because I was trying to get rid of a notification. I had a YouTube notification. But yeah, you know, that's all I gotta really say, you know. Let me see if I remember what I did. Use this, to my Virgin Chat Preachers to OnlyFans Christian girl. And I get notifications and stuff. Whatever clips, whatever podcasts. I need to watch that video later. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that later. Anyway, so, yeah, you know, yeah, that's all it boils down to. In conclusion, I am Ray Marco, okay? I am Ray Marco, a sinner, unfortunately, redeemed by Christ, and now I'm a child of God. I don't like calling myself a man of God. No, I don't like calling it. Part of my reconstructed faith does not include calling me a son of God, calling me a man of God. Okay, I'm a child of God. That's who I am. I'm God's child. I know Cleveland Street preachers. Okay. I haven't watched this videos in a while. The last time I watched this video was probably in 2021. Where, you know, when I got weak from my 11-month no fap streak. I chose to do it, so there's that part. Anyway, so yeah, my reconstructed faith kind of requires me calling myself a child of God, God's child. Ideally, God's child. I'm God's child. That's who I am. I'm not no black man. No, I am God's child. I understand there is racism out there. I get it. It will happen. The chances of me experiencing it is likely. It exists, okay? There's no 100% I will. I'm just saying there is definitely a possibility it can be a 100% that I experience racism. I literally experienced racism back in my childhood era with all them kids, Latino kids back in the day. Latino kids. I feel bad low-key for my Spanish teacher. I wish I should have known my Spanish. I took Spanish 1 and 2 in the same year. I'm supposed to know this stuff. About because the male pronoun is the dominant. It's the dominant is dominant. Like, I'm supposed to say Latino community or Latin community or whatever, but I'm saying, you know, Latina. Maybe I'm saying Latina is because I obviously desire to have a girlfriend, and you know, Latinas are women. Latina stands for female. Latino is for male. So yeah. Would I go for a Latina girl? I mean, I guess so. I mean, it's not really considering, you know, my past or whatever. Being rejected by Latina girls and stuff like that. I'm just not, and them being racist too on top of that. So yeah, I'm not really just not interested. I guess that's the only look. Technically speaking, I am more likely to date a black girl more than a Latina girl. Okay, look. I know I have some Latina viewers and even some Latina friends. I love y'all. Don't get me wrong. I literally grew up with y'all, and I get very nostalgic every single time I'm around y'all. Okay, I love y'all. I literally had some tacos, authentic tacos, for a few probably like last week. Okay, I had like 4 of them because them things are real good. That's all I gotta say. I got a little sidetracked with the whole Latino community. Well, we always know my physical attractions. My physical attractions defaults to straight hair, fair skin tone. So that's how I do it or whatever. That's how my experience of being attracted to women. I'm not gonna talk about women right now. Anyway, that's it. I don't gotta say, being black is high maintenance. In conclusion, being black is high maintenance because you're expected to always fight for white supremacy, fight against racists. You're expected to live and preach your blackness or whatever. You're expected to be loyal to your community via finding a black partner or whatever. This is my black woman right here. This is my black woman, beautiful black queen and all that junk. And for the record, you're not a queen. Even you become my queen when we're married. Okay. You're not a queen when you're not married, okay? I'm not a king right now. I'm far from a king. I'm not even a prince, okay? I'm not a guard. I'm none of that stuff. I'm just a peasant, okay? I'm a peasant who's working on building his own kingdom. That's exactly what I am, okay? Anyways, I'm at sidetrack again. In conclusion, being black, you're required to do this, you're required to do that, such as preaching your blackness, living the culture like rap, R&B, and all that other stuff, being thuggish. Maybe I'm not fully on the thug part because there's white thugs and everyone across all the other races. You're expected to have swag. You're expected to be very charismatic and stuff like that, just because of your stupid skin color, just because of my stupid skin color. I am not black. I'm an American. I'm a child of God. That's who I am. I'm a child of God. I'm Ray Marco. I'm not going to say my whole entire name, even though I've already said it on the internet, but I'm Ray Marco. My name is Ray Marco, and I am God's child. That's who I am. Because at the end of the day, this flesh going to die anyway. You see this dirt on the ground? All this dirt on the ground? All that dirt on the ground? I'm going to return to there anyway. This flesh is going to return down there anyway. To the dust you have been made, to the dust you shall return. That scripture hits hard so much. Yeah, God said that himself, I think. I don't care about the skin color. I would like to be a different skin color in heaven. I'm pretty sure you could already figure out what skin color I want. If I wanted to be any other race, I'd want to be white, Japanese, and a little bit of black. That's it. I want it to be like mostly Japanese, secondly white, and then last African. Man, you really hate yourself. You a real big self-hater. Oh well. That's another problem with black people I don't like. Like I said, being black is high maintenance. I'm done. I'm keep talking. I'm always trying to rap along. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.